Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about anxiety and what I go through while getting ready. I just want to say the reason why I'm posting this is not for pity or anything. I don't need pity, but I never talked about this before. I never really opened up about my anxiety just because what I personally went through, I thought I was like crazy. I didn't know like other people really went through the same thing until I saw a video about it yesterday, and I felt so much better about it. And if I could do that to one of you, I 100% will make this video. So yeah, let's go do our makeup. I guess I'll just start off by saying that I have really bad health anxiety. I probably started struggling with this around almost a year ago. It was April 2023. It happened as a result of having an injury from the gym. Basically, I forgot what it was called, but I was working on upper body and chest, and I injured my chest in between my ribs, which caused really bad chest pain. Before I knew why I was having that pain, I started feeling really bad chest pains, and I obviously thought that there was something wrong with my heart. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, and I've never felt that kind of fear before. I literally thought I was going to die. One thing you should never do if you have health anxiety is don't look anything up on Google. I have a very bad habit of doing that, and that's exactly what I did. And basically it told me that I could be having a heart attack or heart problems. And I obviously got really scared because your heart is very important, and I wasn't trying to die. So I kept freaking out about it to my mom, and we went to the doctor. So we went to the doctor, and it eventually went away, but my anxiety did not. It started getting to the point where I would still feel a little bit of pain in my chest, and I would get up thinking I'm going to die. Especially this happened a lot at nighttime. I would get up and I thought I was going to die and I was going to have a heart attack, and then I couldn't sleep and I was having a panic attack, and then I couldn't breathe, and then I thought I was gonna die because I couldn't breathe, and I started getting really dizzy and feeling like I'm gonna pass out because of that. And so I would have to go in my mom's room and sleep with her, because being with another person gives me a lot more closure, knowing that, oh, like, if you have a heart attack, like, at least someone's there to help you, if that makes sense. Like, it's weird. I feel like this sounds so weird to say out loud, but I know that there's, like, at least one person that goes through this, so I really hope, like, this makes sense to y'all. As it got worse, it started getting to the point where I couldn't even sleep. I think it was the meds that I was taking at the time, because I did go on anxiety meds, but I think it affected the way I slept, because ever since then, I would basically be falling asleep and then I would like jump out of my sleep, kind of like when you're falling in a dream and you jump, but I wasn't in a dream. Like it would happen to me every night, sometimes multiple times, and it was really scary to me. I don't like that feeling, especially when you're not in a dream, it just randomly happens. So that also made me think that there's something wrong with me and that I'm dying. Then I got to the point where I didn't even want to take meds because I got so scared that they were gonna do something to me and just ruin my body and possibly make me die. Like, that's one thing that has really affected me, is that it's really hard for me to take medicine now because I'm always scared that it's gonna do something to my body and to my health. So yeah, I basically stopped taking meds, and it obviously got really bad, and it started getting a lot worse. I started not even being able to go to sleep because I thought I was going to die in my sleep, which is actually something that still happens to me, especially like sometimes. For example, the other night at my friend's house, I just had like this very strong feeling that I was going to die in my sleep. Like, I had this very strong feeling and I could not sleep. I don't know why, but I was just shaking and I couldn't go to sleep because of it. But I eventually fell asleep after a couple hours, and obviously I'm fine. Like, I obviously didn't die, but that happens a lot to me, and it really affects me, obviously, if I can't sleep because of it a lot of the time. And another big thing that I freak out about is my heart rate. If I notice that it is a lot faster than usual, I will have anxiety and get a panic attack, which obviously makes my heart rate even faster. So it's like a never-ending cycle. I actually can't really drink caffeine anymore. I used to love coffee and Red Bulls and everything, and I can't really drink that anymore because it makes my anxiety really, really bad. Ever since I started having anxiety, I noticed this, and obviously it makes my heart beat a lot faster as well because of the caffeine, and it's a nightmare, basically. Like, I always think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die because of it as well. So now I can't have caffeine. I can't even drink Dr. Pepper because it has caffeine in it, and I'll get really bad anxiety because of it. So I still drink caffeine sometimes anyways. Like, I'll have a Red Bull every once in a while, or Dr. Pepper, or even matcha. Like, matcha would give me really bad anxiety, but obviously, like, I always end up regretting it because of how it makes me feel, and it always gives me a panic attack. But if they made like Red Bull without caffeine, I would totally drink it because I love the taste of Red Bull. I'm kind of weird for that, I know, but I just love it so much. I am actually lucky enough to be in therapy, and I have a therapist that helps me a lot, especially because I don't take medicine, so it is a little bit harder for me to go through anxiety, but I have learned a lot to calm it down because at the end of the day, I always end up living, and I'm always okay at the end, and that's just something I always have to remember. Thinking that way doesn't always work though. Like, I'm always like, well, what if this is the time I don't come out? Okay, like, but I've definitely learned a lot of things that have helped me. One of the big things that my therapist taught me was to think of the 5 senses to get your mind off of the panic attack or the anxiety. So you just think of, what can I feel right now? What can I hear right now? What can I smell? Another really big thing that I've had to do to help me is every night I actually have to watch a movie to help me sleep. I used to ever only be able to sleep in silence and in pitch black, but now I have to sleep with something on and with my fan on, because if I sit in silence for too long, I also start getting really bad anxiety, and I start getting in my head, and yeah, it's just not good. So if you're struggling with that like me, I definitely recommend that, or sleep with music on or something. It's always been kind of hard for me to explain how panic attacks feel. I feel like the best way to describe them would be almost like an out-of-body experience, like you don't feel real, kind of like derealization. At least that's how it is for me. I don't feel real. I don't understand my surroundings. I hope that makes sense. But when I say out of body, it's not like I can like see myself, but I just don't feel real, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it still, but that's like the best I can. And my throat gets really tight, and I feel like I can't breathe, and then I start getting really dizzy. I've definitely been not having that many panic attacks just because I've learned to control my anxiety a lot, but it definitely still catches up to me a lot of the time, and it still definitely does affect me, just not as much, and I'm very grateful for that. Just before anyone says like, oh, you're just being dramatic, like, just take anxiety meds. I literally can't, because medicine gives me anxiety. I know it sounds dumb, but like, for example, I was really sick. I got whatever that unknown virus is going around. I'm still kind of sick. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but like, I felt like I was dying, basically. Like, that's how sick I felt. And I took medicine to make me feel better, and it was just giving me a lot of anxiety because I don't like taking medicine. I don't like taking pills. I'm always scared that something bad is gonna happen to me. It's gonna cause liver failure, or it's gonna make my heart stop. Like, I don't know, but that's just what goes through my head, and it's really hard for me. So I can't take anxiety meds, or else it's going to make it worse. I also felt like ever since I started having anxiety that something is different about my body. I just didn't feel the same. I always felt like something was off, something was wrong with me. I'm like, I've never felt like this before. My body's never felt like this before. I've never really struggled with anxiety, so I don't understand what's happening to me. I would always try to tell my mom, like, take me to the doctor. Like, there's something wrong with me. Like, I need you to test me for cancer. I mean, I never did that. It's just really hard sometimes because you just don't feel like yourself anymore. It's a really hard thing to go through. I never really understood anxiety until I had it. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. Seriously, it's not fun. There's obviously going to be different types of anxiety. Some people have anxiety for other reasons, but mine is definitely obviously surrounding health and dying. And I also want to say that one thing that has really helped me is getting closer to God. I feel like it's brought me more peace and not as much worry. And I'm not saying obviously like you have to do that. If you don't believe in him, that's okay. That is just something that helped me a lot, and I obviously did not want to leave that out. If you do believe in God and kind of just like lukewarm or something, I definitely recommend just getting closer with him and putting all your anxiety on him. It definitely helps me. Obviously it's not 100% gone, but I'm definitely way more at peace than I originally was and I originally would be. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm kind of debating if I want to do my hair because I don't know, y'all. I think it should be fine. I just don't want to put heat on it. It's fine, right? Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think I need to do my hair. Even though I literally already sprayed heat protectant all over it. But yeah, guys, I really hoped that this video helped you if you are struggling with the same thing or even anxiety at all. I just hope that you know you are not alone. And I just really hope this helped because when I heard that other people go through this, it helped me a lot. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. My Instagram and TikTok are going to be in my bio down below, and I'll put them right here as well. So if you ever want to reach out to me, please do. I will try to answer as many DMs as possible. I love you guys so much. Bye.